let's say 5, your legendary 3 or 4, 2. Why should you get an advantage the next season and start 3, 4, 5 chests ahead of me? How fair does that sound in any scenario?
Yeah. And yeah, so go ahead and answer that, high-end players, because we understand you guys are good, and we're not doubting that you're not awesome players.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you guys aren't great players, phenomenal players, but if you're truly that talented, shouldn't you still be able to reach those ranks starting at 0?
Right. So, yo, Op, what's going on, man? How you guys doing, guys? Welcome. Full reset every season sounds incredible, says Red Dog Booms. Rudy says every quarter, like 3 seasons, then reset. I mean, hey, baby steps, right, Rudy? Baby steps, but yeah. Night Owl says at least every few months. Mikey Wells, I think everyone should start in rank 12, says Ray. Andrew says, yo, how you doing, Andrew? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, so if anybody up there, like, I know, Doom, thanks so much for being here. So answer what ABR just said, if you don't mind.
Yeah, and it goes for anybody. Anybody can answer this question. Why do we need to start the top ranking players 4, 5, 6, 8, however many chests above? Why do we start them so high above just because they finished top, let's say, 20?
Right. No reset ever. No point, or every 10 seasons. No point. The problem with it, guys, is the debate is so real. Is the fact, the starting bonus is very small advantage. It's a reward for pushing, but it's a big it's a big difference. But we already get bonuses, right? You get a really fancy schmancy trophy, right? If you finish top 5, top global 1, top, you get these trophies. That right there is bragging rights, right? And we also, gosh darn it, we also get the power powder diamonds and all that, depending on how high you finish. So that right there is already the reward. Your bragging rights for the trophy you have and the little jewels and power powder you get. But Warships is different, guys, than any other Supercell game where they reset you and give you back a certain rank. It's because metas change so drastically in Warships that somebody finishing higher and starting higher at the starting gate to somebody who can't even compete, right? In the previous season, ABR, you could be attacking until you're blue in the face, or let's say myself or anybody else. But if we keep climbing, we're going to face the players that have so much more tech than us that we have no chance. So a full reset would ensure that everybody on a same playing field would be, and we would all start, and it would really define the best Boom Beach Warship player if we all just started at rank 1 every season. That's what we've debated this before, and we're revisiting it because it's a serious thing, right? I really feel that tech, having more tech than somebody doesn't make you necessarily a good player. It just gives you a better chance because you have better tech. Would you agree, ABR?
Well, right. And my point has always been since day 1 of Warships, if you want something to be truly fair, there can't be not even the slightest advantage. I saw what Doom said. He said it's a small advantage. But even the smallest of advantages, even if it's a 1% advantage, it's still an advantage, no matter how you slice that.
Yeah. Well, remember that time,
you
guys?
Still have an advantage.
Yes, and that brings it up. Remember that season, guys? I don't recall the season number where they did a 10% starting, right, for everybody. Remember that? It was a step in the right direction, but it was only 10%. It was a start, but it's still a 10% advantage.
Like, I'm just curious, wouldn't you much rather see everybody start back at rank 0 every season? The top dogs 1 through 50, they still get their trophies and everything like that, but maybe a different incentive. Maybe the top 1 through 5 get, 500 diamonds, and then 5 through 50 get 250 diamonds, and then 50 through 500 get 150 diamonds. Something that actually incentivizes the gameplay, because I'm personally getting tired of people saying, "Oh, I'm better than you," or "You're not good." Well, how do you prove that when you have tech advantage every single season at the start? Just because I didn't finish Legendary 3 and I finished maybe let's say Legendary 1. Well, you still have 2 chests ahead of me.
Right.
So how's that fair?
Right.
You'll never have it fair, not in a million years, unless you do a global reset.
Right. And again, because Warships, the way it's played, guys, with this tech tree, this awesome tech tree that we have to go through why is my iPad not showing on the screen? What the heck happened to my junk here? Let me try something. I'm sorry. Yeah, my damn OBS. What the heck happened?
Like, I'll phrase it like this to make it in more simplistic terms. If we all start off every season, right, the same way we're doing it now, and the difference between one chest is getting you 4 ER, well, doesn't that person have an advantage? 3 ER versus 4 ER? Isn't the 4 ER pretty much going to win? Not every time, but the vast majority of the time, aren't they going to win? So that one chest makes a significant difference.
Right. And what I was saying, because my iPad wasn't responding, guys, this game is different. We've called it unique before. We go through this tech tree that is so awesome, right? It's a way to play a game I've never seen any other mobile game produce, where you're choosing paths like this. It's very unique, and I reward Supercell for making a game like this. The problem is you cannot align it like Brawl Stars, where I mean, look, we're 3 seasons in, and yeah, I mean, nothing's changed. It's been the same, every season pretty much. And it seems like all the time, these players up top are always the guys up top. And again, we are not hating on those. You deserve it. I know Stoneheart wasn't always a global player, but then that one season, a couple seasons back, or a few, he reached global 1. And man, damn, that was awesome, Stoneheart. You're awesome. But what I'm saying is that we keep seeing the same people up top. I mean, look at the gap here, guys. From Global 1, 25 already. We're not even a week into the season yet. We're not even a week into the season, and people are knocking on Legendary's door already. Where people down here, the bulk of people, like here's 21. So the top, 140, 51 people are in Diamond, just barely kissing Diamond, right? Look at not many stars. And then look at the rest of the people. Like at least 3/4 of this 500 group is sitting in gold. Look at that gap right there, and the tech gap that they have, and that's it's because that out of the starting gate, these high players are getting such an advantage in tech that, like, maybe they're tech riding to Seekers, and they'll get to Seekers like 3 days before anybody else will, or 75% of the community. They have that advantage because we know Seekers are already overpowered. They're very strong, and they'll rise to the top. I mean, look, Commander J Doom, when he has shared his screen live with me one time, sharing it when he's up at Legendary 1 or what, it would take him 30 minutes to find a match. You know why? Because the gap is so widened between the player base. And in fact, the player base is not as big as it once was. So yeah, that too. And the Chinese are on their own server, thank God. That's also part of that. But even when the Chinese were on the same server as us, at high levels, you couldn't find a battle. There'd be people saying, "Oh, I can't find a match for 30 minutes." It would reset the game because the queue was so long. Like, that's not fun. And so, but the fairness part of it is the fact that it's not Clash Royale. It should not be modeled after Clash Royale. It's a different monster, and I think it needs to be treated differently. And I think a full reset, I don't see a problem with that. ABR doesn't see a problem with that. You still get your shiny Diny trophy here, and you get the rewards at the end of the season for where you finished. I mean, that right there is an incentive to play as well, right?
Well, I mean, again, I'll say it once more. Give me a scenario where you having more tech than anybody in the game because you finished higher makes you a better player. You can't tell me that you're a better player when you have better tech than somebody restarting the season.
Right. Absolutely.
Literally there's no answer for that. You can't say that you're better than me when you have 2 more chests than I do at the start of the season.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say you're a better player than me because you started higher in legendary, or you finished higher in legendary, so therefore you have 4 chests or 2 chests, even 1 chest. Tell me why you're a better player than me. You can't play this on the level playing field and say you're better because you have a tech advantage.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm still waiting for the answer. I've been reading the chat. Nobody's answered the question.
Yeah, answer that question, guys. I'll say hi to everybody while you guys are thinking of the answer or trying to get that answer pop up. Somebody please answer what ABR just said. Yeah, he very well prepared that. I'd like to see somebody counter that or respond. Paul Bauer.
Yeah, you can't. You'll never be able to tell me you're a better person when you have even a 1% tech advantage. You can't. You can't tell me you're a better player. If we start at ground zero, you're equal.
Yes.
It's no holds bars. Whoever gets highest, well, that's who gets highest.
Yes.
There was no tech advantage, and that's just it.
That is
but
raw.
if you
It's
start
natural.
the next season with even 1 chest ahead of me, you have an advantage.
By 1 chest. Now, Paul Bauer says,
By 1 chest.
no. If you are good, you get gold spawn quickly. Well, good? That's... I
right,
agree.
you can push to gold fast, that's fine, but you still don't have a tech advantage. You're starting at rank 0.
Right.
So that's about path choices. You're making a tech choice.
Yes.
You don't have a tech advantage. There's a difference between tech choice and tech advantage.
Yes.
Now, sure, you could V-line it for 3 ER and be the first 3 ER player and being, fighting rank 2 ER players. Well, that's just tech choice. That's tech path. I'm talking tech advantage. Having a chest or 2 or 3 over your opponents.
Right. Absolutely. Ashley says season 19, I believe that was the 10% reset. The 10%, right, Ashley? Give the best players an advantage. That's backwards from bowling, says Moist Toast.
Right. Look at Haley's comment. 1 chest is 8 hours. Huge advantage for those 8 hours. That's kind of my point. Now imagine 2 chests. That's 16 hours.
Well,
that's a 16-hour gap.
Sure. And the reason why, guys, look at this. From gold to diamond, it's what, like almost a 20% increase in keys. So you go from 20 keys in diamond to 25 in... I'm sorry, 20 keys in gold to 25 in diamond. Could you imagine somebody in diamond early and somebody in gold trying to get diamond, and that diamond player is just getting diamond? That 5 extra keys every chest over that gold player who clicks a chest every 8 hours. It snowballs into something even bigger. The gap widens. Therefore, we see people like I was last night. I got home, and I'm not saying the guy is like very far ahead of me, but he sacrificed a lot, not upgrading his flames, his machine guns, and he seeked me. And that's fine. I have my other my words about seekers, and I think they shouldn't beat, but after 7 ER. But that's a different talk later. But the fact of the matter is yeah, right. Every 8 hours, it's a new chest, and right. And this is Mark C says this is why it drove me away. Says Mark C for not having a reset.
Yeah.
So again, going into Mark C segment number 2 in the reason why it should be reset is encouragement of participation. When all players start with a fresh rank, it encourages everyone to participate in the Warships event and compete to achieve a high ranking. So now if it's a full reset and we're all on the same playing field, top players will then prove they're top players because they started with everybody else. And again, I'm not saying this, all the top players, you guys are freaking all-stars. But for the rest of us, like, we have no option when we're climbing and we're beating our fellow other masses that we're beating, and we reach diamond, or it queues us up with a top dog. Like, let's say Commander J Doom is at rank 24, right? Because the higher you go, the gap widens. So for me, I've ranked this season with a 23, and they mopped the floor with me because it's just, yeah. They had more tech, but they're just better than me as well. I'll say that. But they beat me because I was out teched, and that's what they could queue me with because the gap is so wide. So like we also believe that a reset would encourage more participation of the community, right? Like just like Mark C says, this is why it drove me away. Apex says random reverse reset, high start low, low starts high, and reverse randomly. I heard that too. I think Donnie Boom mentioned that.
I think that'd be interesting, but it wouldn't. Again, it's not going to prove the point of who truly is the best at the game.
Right. Well, Go says.
If you,
oh, go ahead.
If you want to know who's best at the game, you do a full reset every season. Start everybody at ground zero. No advantage, no chest advantage, nothing, no advantage whatsoever. And it's a no holds bar, just bloodbath. And you just push. And whoever gets highest gets highest. That's how you'd solve who's the best player of the game.
Right.
But again, you can't because you have tech advantage every damn season.
Yeah, tech advantage is the big hot button issue, guys, that we have. And again, we've talked about this before, and we're just bringing this back up because it's a serious thing, right? I mean, this game is old, it's loved, we all love it, but we also want it to be to where we all kind of, remember when Rick C was the community manager, guys, and he put out these like, "Hello, I'm Drew," and then he kind of introduced Warships. We're gonna see who the best Boom Beach player is. I disagree with that, and many of you do as well. Is it the best, or is it just the best teched? I think he meant to say who's the best teched player, and I think he forgot some words there. But that's what this model of this game requires. Tech level matters. Commander J Doom says, yes, even with the Chinese on our server, sometimes 2 hours per match they'd be waiting. Is that even fun for you, Commander J Doom? I mean, do you enjoy that game this much to wait 2 hours for a match up there at the top? I think a full reset would fix that, in that we would all be kind of aligned together where matches would be more matched quickly. So again, encouragement of participation would go up, I believe, if a full reset occurred. Now, I know you can't please everybody, right? The top dogs will be like, "Oh, it's nuts, baloney, I don't want that. I always want to have my throne up top." Well, if you're gonna earn that throne, do it from a full reset, and then you can brag all you want, and I'll even make a 3D printed statue of you if you can do it from a ground zero type reset. It needs to be traded like the Clash of Clans builder base, says Ray. I didn't really play Clash of Clans, Ray. I don't really know all that, but I agree with you if that's the case. Aloha, Apex Prey, Dr. Phoenix. I like Doom's idea. I'll reset every 3 to 4 seasons, says Dr. Phoenix. I mean, yeah, little steps, baby steps, Dr. P. Sam G, Warship needs a reset every 6 months, says so. So you guys agree that it does need a reset, right? But you're not thinking every season. I mean, baby steps always, work. We can work into that. I just challenge the team to do it one season. I know they did it 10%, but 10%'s not enough, team. That's still 10% too much of an advantage. 0%, guys. Start right at rank 1, everybody. Off to the races we go. What's up? Let me get on the chat, guys, and we'll go to the third point as well. They did a reset before, but it wasn't a full one. Well, Fez, it's not a full reset then. I was thinking the same thing, Phoenix. In the end, everyone started at rank 1, though, says Paul. First season. Well, of course, but that was season 1, and of course, but it was a broken season. The chest bug was there, and everybody was ranking up, and it wasn't a season like it was today, Paul Bauer.
Yeah, they should have, honestly, after season 1, 2, 3, and 4, with all the bugs they had, chest bugs, they should have reset back to 0 then. But they never did. They just let it kind of go.
Yep.
So you had this massive gap of people like me hitting Legendary X and OP Legendary X, Shish and Donnie and all these people. But then you had other people who didn't know the chest bug hitting Diamond 21 and just getting screwed. And the next season there was this huge gap.
Right.
And that's where this all kind of stems from, is it's only gotten worse. They did the 10% reset, and then you started seeing people only hitting Legendary 1, then 2, then 3. Now I think they're hitting Legendary 4 by the time the season ends in a 3-week, and it's dude, it's just growing bigger and bigger and bigger.
Right, and with respect to this little trophy road here, unlocks in 10 days. Get rid of X, 9, 8, 7. Make it just 5. No one's reaching 10 anymore because there's not enough players in that widening gap to compete with, and you'll be waiting 2 hours, 2+ hours, like Doom said, for a match. Andromeda quarterly reset could be a thing, says Andro. Yeah, for sure. Baby steps. Like I said before, Crab resets every month. You're right, Mark. See, it does. That's a different beast, though. ABR will always be better than you. I just haven't worked out the kinks yet, says Andro.
Hey, well, waifu, you'll always be better than me. That's cool.
Happy wife, better life, what they say. Tim K. Tim K says it's like bringing a gun to a knife fight, says Tim K. It's kind of right, huh? Haley, our chest is 8 hours. I'm trying to beat all your guys' chat. I'm sorry, so I have to go back a little bit.
Hang on. Let me read this one because Boomer makes a good point. You talk about gap when at the 0300 top, there is a lot of dodging due to task force. What exactly is fair when everybody in Sugar Ship and Warship starts ignoring its other? I 100% agree with you, Boomer. I've always said that whether you're in a task force or not should be irrelevant. You should still be able to face the members of your task force. It should be anybody and their mother, whether you're in a task force, not a task force, whatever. So there's 0% of Q dodging. You just fight whoever you fight. Doesn't matter if you're in a task force or not.
100%. And that brings us to number.
So I agree with you, brother, on that one. I think everybody should fight everybody.
Yeah, I agree too. I think they need to take off the safe zones for the task force members 100%. And that brings us to number 3, why we think it's a reset. The prevention of exploitation. Resetting ranks can prevent players from exploiting loopholes or bugs in the game, which we know too much about, to maintain their high rankings from previous seasons, right? So again, yeah, that is something that would also need to be untouched. Task forces. Now, when you say Sugar Ship, let's not call out task forces because there's thousands of task forces out there. I will say that Sugar Ship is a big task force and a group of people, and a lot of good players reside in Sugar Ship. So let's not call out names, but you're right. Task forces should not be safe from fighting each other. Absolutely. So that's number 3 in that. And I'm sorry I'm so behind, guys, but when we're talking, it's hard for me I don't want to talk over ABR and say hi. So I'm kind of going back. I do apologize. Trying to pick up some really good comments here. Let me see here.
I don't know if Haley's being serious, but yeah, if you're in a task force, Haley, you can't battle somebody in your task force in Warships. I've known about it since like season 5. OP's known. I mean, everybody's known about it, and I wish strongly that they would change it to just no holds bar. It doesn't matter if you're in a task force. You just battle everybody, but.
Right. Well, Mike
that's
Wells,
my personal opinion.
Mike Wells brings up a good point. Let's kind of comment on this one real quick. This is back a little bit, Mikey Wells. The most important thing on this game is to pick the right tech. You're absolutely right. But,
of course.
But I mean, like, because there's different paths, Mike, if we reset it, then there's no advantage. Like, so maybe a player that finished higher and starts higher, like 3 or 4 chests before me and has that many ahead of me, I might make the choice they're making, but I can't reach as far as them if they made the same choices. So it is choice, and that's the beautiful part of Warships. It's the fact that the tech advantage at the start of each season breaks the chances. There's like a middle class, a higher class, middle class, and a lower class of Warship players, right? I mean, let's break it down, right? And those who are rich in stars at the end of a season get to invest that next season into purchase more purchasing power in next season, right?
Right, and there you go, Sam. I couldn't have said it better. It's supposed to be a skilled contest, so we should all start from the same spot. Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
100%. Let's go. I would happily fight everyone in Sugar Ship, says Commander J. Doom. Yeah, so would I. It'd be fun.
I'll whip your ass if we're talking, even playing field.
Let's go. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to pick on you, Boomer. I mean, look, but just say task forces, my friend. We got Ray. I'm sorry if I missed your guys' chats. I'm trying to get back real quick. I'm trying to pick out the stuff here. One sec. Let's see, Z. But when we all say when we all say for like 6 or 7 ER, there are periods with no advantage. Another thing too, guys, is how many times you're like, I'm going to park, I'm in diamond or this, I don't want to get a gold, I want to collect my chest in gold, so I'm not going to play. There's no incentive to play when you fear as a player that somebody you face could out-tech you and beat you and then de-rank you. Like that you know, it's that. That's part of it too. Seekers in 70R, rocket launchers in 5, and critter cannons nerfed would be a good start, says Ray. Yes, but it's still not going to fix the advantage tech people have that finished higher. Grinding from one every season would be boring. Only really gets fun around rank 11, says Dr. P. Yeah, but Dr. P, we've never actually reset a season. 10%, almost there, but it's not all the way there. I think they should experiment, and I'm calling out the devs, I'm calling out Nunu, if you guys would definitely consider running a season for everybody to start at rank 1. Just, yeah, do that and see where it goes, what kind of experienced players we'll have, and that brings us to rank to the point 4 we have on a reset. New challenges, right? A reset creates new challenges and opportunities for players, making the game more exciting and enjoyable for everyone, not just, you know, the top.
Well, Hadley, it's not a reason to turn on the game. It's you agree with me and OP in the sense that it should be reset every season, and we should be able to fight people in our task force. It's not that you need to turn on the game. It's we need to change how the game functions and operates.
Right.
If we could change it to, you know, assuming the community agrees, resetting back to 0 and being able to fight everybody in your task force, you know, regardless of what task force you're in, wouldn't that make the game much more tolerable?
Right. Another thing too, really quick on the point we're talking about the new challenges and all that. All my non-IT players out there, would you consider paying IT if everybody started at rank 1? That's just a step, because that leads into point 5. It would be a reinvigoration of the game. A reset can breathe new life into the game and reignite players' interest, meaning those who are burnt out, like Mark C and others who don't want to pay IT, maybe, just maybe, one out of maybe the 100 non-IT players would be willing to pay for IT because they love the game that much and they think it's now at a better state.
And JPat, I see your comment, JPat. Everyone should start at rank 10. If you make diamond grind from level 1 to 2, it'd be kind of brutal. Yeah, it would, but it'd be fun.
Well, look, I would say this. If we're all going to start at rank 1, make sure we have flares and a viable troop to get our ERs, right? Like, just make sure that we have flares, just whatever, like something to let us, but not cryoneers like they did that one season, right? Something that's going to make us work, right? Maybe just all mechs again or whatever. But the fact is, as a matter of, guys, I think before we knock the full reset, we need to try the full reset. Sorry to spill the beans, says Boomer Bill. Reset is bad because until rank 11, IT is positive star winning. If you want to reset, ignore it.
I mean, I get what he's saying. He'd rather start at rank 11. I mean, I get that, but what's the difference between starting at rank 11 and starting at rank 1?
Well, I guess because we could expound, we could get maybe to 3 ER from rank, because we get all those chests from 11 to 1, you know, like all those chests to where we all, if we all started at 11, we'd all still sit out on the same playing field. But yeah, look, as long as everybody starts on the same damn line, when you run a race, no one should get an advantage. You all start on the line block, the starting block. They, on your marks, get set, go. And there's no one doesn't have a 10-foot advantage or a 5-foot advantage. You're all on that line and you go when that gunshot goes. That's how it should be in this game. Because it's off to the races, guys. We have a tech tree that has paths all over the place, and it's a race. It's a race. No one should get an advantage for starting a race before somebody else.
Right, like, I don't really care what rank you start us at. You could start us at Legendary 1 for all I care. That's not the point that I'm getting at. It's all semantics at that point.
Yes.
I just want everybody to start with the same amount of tokens and keys and tech. I could really care less what you do after that, because then it's about tech choices.
Yes.
Not tech advantage.
Yes. Full reset.
So if you want to make a stupid mistake and you want to get Scorchers and you want to get, I don't know, cryoneers. Hey, be my guest. That's just stupid tech choices. But to have a tech advantage is a whole nother ballgame.
Oh, 100% ballgame. Andrew, IT is worth way more than $10 to me, says Andrew. I couldn't agree. Not only do we get, it's like having an annual pass to Disneyland where you can visit both parks and enjoy it. This is the awesomeness about IT, guys. For $10 or whatever the currency value is in your country, you not only get to play the main game, you not only get to play your operations unlimited for every 24 hours. I think you still could train your troops, but still, it's still fun. Your archipelago can be cleared every day. Your VP push will be more exciting. You not only get to do that, but you also get to have warships enjoy it for the whole month. As warship seasons are like typically 3 to 4 months in length, depending on the month. But I think IT for a game that we love, that's not asking too much to enjoy the whole game and nothing but the whole game. So I agree with you, Andrew. Thank you, Night Owl.
Right, and Boomer Bill, I get what you're saying, but that's semantics. Like, they could easily change the star ranking and how much they give, right? So instead of having a positive influx of stars from rank 0 to 11, they could make it a little bit less, so you're not gaining as many, so it doesn't benefit you playing, 12 hours the first night. But there's also the rabbit in the hat that we haven't discussed, and I talked to you, OP, about this, and I'd like to talk to Nunu, giving a 0 chest at the beginning of the season. So starting with 4 of 5. So you don't have to wake up at midnight if you don't want to. You don't have to wake up at 3 in the morning if you don't want to. You just have a banked chest of 8 hours. So you don't want to play at midnight? Don't. Play at 8 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly, because that'll cover all the time differences. So excellent point on that. Tiago Rookie pinged me and says, Off Destroy, do you know how people, non-IT players, will pay for IT? Create, copy, paste the bases, for example. Yeah, there's different. Look. I don't know. I don't have the analytics, Tiago, on how many non-IT players there are and who would do it. But I'm sure there'd be some that would be considering, if there was a full reset, would maybe invest into the game because now it's starting on a fair plane. So I don't know, but that also create a copy paste. I believe that's a quality of life improvement for the game, and I hope one day it comes, Tiago. But you're saying create a copy paste feature for the IT players only, so that's an incentive to be IT. Yeah, that could work too. But then you'd also get the non-IT players saying, "Well, see, look, now it's pay to." Well, not pay to it'd be not pay to win because you're copy pasting bases. I don't know. It'd be something else. There'd be a reason to say it's not fair. But I believe IT in general, guys, like Andrew said, it's for a hobby like Boom Beach. If you guys really dig this game and you're playing it daily for warship chests and all that jazz, I mean, I spent over $10, say, on my Starbucks drink and my sausage muffin. Okay, so that I covered IT in one day in a Starbucks visit. But again, I don't know everybody's financial situations, and I'm not gonna judge anybody. We all do what we do, and we all make choices for ourselves, and that's the choice you do. But if you make the choice not to buy IT, I mean, it's on you, right? Like, don't I guess. If there's a reset every season, we really see the best players in top because exactly, Sam. A full reset will show the best warship player at the end of the season. Absolutely, 100%. Absolutely, Tiago. It's just an idea. 100%, my friend. Night Owl and free IT for the season and free IT for the season if they will not do it for at least 2 to 3 weeks. Supercell, says Night Owl. I agree. Basic troops for everyone in the start with, i.e., a higher starting point, says Sam G. BCL says I totally agree. Yeah, guys. I'm sorry I'm so behind. It's just hard sometimes. I agree, he says, but the game has the positive winning until rank 11, so that we already read that. This is like Usain Bolt finished race 2 seconds before the second place, hence he'd start 2 seconds earlier next race. Exactly, guys. It's a race. We call them base races, right? But it's a race. These are the starting gates right here. Like, Ready, set, go. When that timer counts down, next season starts in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, let's go, guys. And the starting is unlocking all your chests and getting out there, building your base, and go, 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 go. It's a race, and we need to all start on the same block. I love the banked chest ABR. Waking up early is way overrated. Absolutely. I also agree that would also help. Making maybe the first day 4 of 5, and then the next day it would go back to 4-4, right? Or whatever. Or keep it 4-5 or bank 5 chests a day. I don't know. Whatever floats your gunboat. But I believe starting us out at 4 of 5 to give us that 8-hour buffer for people like myself, ABR, Skull, Chicken, and everybody else that wakes up at the butt crack of dawn. I think that's a good move as well. But we're actually arguing, guys, right now why there should be a reset, although that is a great benefit to the reset. I think the reset is necessary because of all the points we mentioned: fairness, encouragement of participation, prevention of exploitation, new challenges, and a reinvigoration of the game. I think those are all valid 5-point reasons why a reset should take place.
Yeah.
Pay to play? Yeah, agree in that part, says Tiago. Absolutely. You guys tell me what other mobile game, and there might be some, I don't know them all, what mobile game doesn't give you a better experience if you play? Some games will let you play for free, but with ads on your damn screen, where you got to watch an ad for 30 seconds. But if you pay $3 or $4, those ads come off and you can play it free of ads. There's always some kind of paying scheme in a game, on a mobile game, let's say, to better your enjoyment of it or experience. So I mean, this is just a one way to. And again, remember, guys, Boom Beach and Supercell it's a company, and I mean, the lights are on because of the money that I'm sure they receive every month from us IT players. Yeah, we would hate for the game to go away. So again, that's the reason. It's a business model also as well.
Yeah, that was just a jumping off point. I don't even know why I brought that up, but
It's true.
I like the idea of having one bank chest so that you don't need to wake up at the ass crack of dawn and force yourself awake. I mean, I know it's great for some people, like, you know, Johnny Doss. It's like 9 o'clock at night. He's sipping a beer, you know, having fun at the bar. Other people, you know, it's like 8 in the morning. They're cooking breakfast, bacon and eggs, and you know, then you got like people like me and OP. It's like midnight. We're dead tired. We just got off work. You got people like Skull, who it's like 3 in the morning. Yeah. He's like, "Oh my god, I don't want to be here."
I know.
For some people, it sucks.
Well, let's see. Full reset seems like a no-brainer, says Haley. I am sure only the people with the advantage are against it. Commander J Doom says, Haley, in my opinion, one argument about full reset is that it encourages parking. People would park a lot sooner if a full reset. I don't know about that, Doom. I don't know about people would park sooner, man.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll answer that question. Why would you park sooner if you're on even playing field with everybody else? You'd think you'd want to fight for that number one position.
Yeah. Like, think about it.
Why would you park?
Yeah, exactly. There'd be no incentive to park, Doom, because if we all start at the same time and with the same 8-hour chests, now it comes down to commitment. Are you going to stay with that? Because if you let your chest go 4 of 4, now you slowly get behind, and that's your fault. But if we're on the same field of 8-hour time chests, I'm gonna go balls. Well, I'm not into the season, and fight for the gold, man. Fight for the diamond. Fight for the I don't know, whatever. I know I'll probably never ever get legendary again because there's players just better than me. Just period. But I think a full reset is what this damn Warships game needs, baby. I know we're 43 seasons and now we're just talking about it again, but how many times have you guys said, I'm parking early, man. I hit 21 and I'm done because that's it. I'm over it. I'm over the grind. And we got Kirk Stemmer coming in with a $2 super chat saying maybe they could charge $3 for base copy and paste, says Kirk Stemmer. Hey, man, whatever gets people to pay, I'm Gucci. Because then you could just use my code, by the way. No, I'm kidding. There's other codes too. But my code, yeah, no, I'm kidding. I'm not about the money in here, guys. But I'm just saying, though, absolutely, Kirk, that'd be cool. Maybe charge $3. And guys, I'm sorry if you feel like you have to donate for me to read your comment. It's not the case. It's just that there's so much coming in and we're so much talking about it. ABR's talking, and I'm sorry. I don't want to talk over him and read a comment. So I do apologize if I missed your guys' chats. Just please say it again. Say it again, and I will.
read Boomer his comment. Boomer, we've talked about this many times, and that's a solid point.
Yes.
The star reduction for parking.
Yes, yes. My point is that everyone stays at goal can complete the tree at, let's say, 15 to 21 days, and there should be a star reduction if you don't attack. Yes, exactly. Donnie DK, guys, and I'm sure this has been announced before, but maybe a penalty for hiding, right?
Well, they give us a penalty when you're on too long. They give us a penalty where people could just attack your base willy-nilly for being on too long.
Well, let's bring it to the main archipelago, guys. Now, it's different, right? We're losing stars because we got people attacking our base. But I swear to you, if I stop playing the main archipelago for probably, I'd say 2 weeks, my VP would drop to probably 900. So it's keeping me committed to keep playing. So you earn VP by dedicating your heart, soul, and life to this game, clearing your map. And this is why I'm at 1154 right now. I started at 600, and because I committed myself and didn't hide and just, I'm not playing the main game, I got VP. Now, if I say, you know what? I'm good with 1154. I'm going back to Warships. No more Archipelago. Clear my map. I will drop VP. I think there needs to be some kind of insert there as well, where if you park and you don't want to play, now some people would say, well, I like to be at rank 2450 and I don't want to play anymore, so they're going to penalize me for that. I mean, what that would encourage people to still play regardless, right? So I don't know, that's a different debate, and some people will be for it and some people will be against it. I understand it, but I mean, yeah, parking's allowed, and when people park, that's just one more player out of the match, out of the queue, right? So that's not good for the game. Now, Donnie brought up also too a good point. If they got your IT, they could probably care less if you park, right? But at the thing, we also need players, right, to stay engaged. And if Doom's getting a match every 2 hours where he's at, then that's something wrong with this pitcher. That means the gap's too wide, guys, when Doom's spending 2 hours plus to get a match. That's something wrong with the game. And a full reset should rectify that. Flint, Michigan says, so the top players that only play for 2 weeks and park would have to play more. Yes, please, grind it out like the rest of us, says Flint, Michigan. 100% Flinty, Michigan. I love you, bro. Guys, leave a like on this video. I also want you guys, in addition to all the 108 people watching right now, please, I want you guys to comment. I want to share this with Nunu and the team. I want them to see your comments. I also would love you guys to comment on the stream as well, and let us know if you agree or if you disagree, and give us reasons why. Agree could be like, yeah, I agree, no reason, just I agree. You guys said all the reasons why. And if you disagree, we like a reason, so we can actually send this to the team, because we're not trying to break the game, guys, making all the top players' lives miserable. We just want equal opportunity, right? Like when you go for a job, it's an equal opportunity employer. It's not somebody that's coming in and applying that's wearing the Gucci couture or whatever, wearing a Louis Vuitton suit. It's equal opportunity employer. Everybody is the same. You can be rich applying for a job, but we all need this needs to be an equal opportunity for all players every season. I want a subscription for everything, says Raz. I've been quitting the main game base and now at 400 VP. Yeah, so again, disregarding the main island, you lose victory points, guys. It's that simple, right? So I think they should insert something like that in Warships, that if you park, you're going to be penalized maybe 2 stars a day, or 2 stars. Yeah, 2 stars a day. It's not a lot, because if you battle again, you'll win 8 or 10, and you'll be up again. But I think there needs to be something like that as well, because again, they need to incentivize the game and people playing it. So I think that should be also part of it. Everyone says a big hello and a welcome to our Nunu from Boom Beach Commander. Yes, his name is pronounced as Nunu. Heck yeah. So let's sum it up, says Boom Boomer. I have to go to work. Okay, let's sum it up. Things to be done. Number 1, full reset. That doesn't benefit playing a lot. 2, match same TF penalty. Let's get it better since the game is dying. Let's fix it, says Boomer Bill. Maybe I missed the typing's broken. I don't know. Matching same TF. Yeah, that needs to happen too. With the 0 reset, Unlock the safe havens for all TF members. They can match each other. 100%. I'm all for it, says Chapo. What's up, Bell? Chapo. I'm just kidding. Sam G, I agree to do a reset every season or 3 or 4. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, look. But the thing, Sam G, is if we do it every 3 to 6 seasons, I mean, that's a start. I would be on board with that to start it, to see how it goes. But the fact of the matter is every 3 or 6 seasons, there's still going to be people who start with a higher tech, those 4 seasons, right, that don't have the reset. And yeah, I mean, like, okay, but I don't understand why we can't start. This is a different model, guys. It's not Clash Royale. It's a different one. It's a race. It's a race every season, and we all should start on the same block, like I said. I think it should happen every day, every season. And I think they should test it out first and see how it goes. And we'll get a report after that. 10% was close, but 0 is where we need it at. And again, guys, you might cry, well, what about the rewards? Yeah, your reward's a trophy. It's right there. And when you click it, it tells you how many top 1, 5, 50, or 500s you have. And then also you get those, what we call those diamonds. You get these, you get stone, gold, you get shards, you get protos, you get intel and diamonds, and then these unnecessary little upgrade hero tokens. I don't need them anymore, but you get all that already. So yeah, you get rewards. You'll get higher rewards if you finish in legendary than anybody in diamond, you know, for a season. All you get to show is for your rank finish. Like, look at me early on. Look, I hit legendary X, guys. Did I earn that? Yes. Did we all deserve it? No. But I earned it. I didn't just unlock all my chests in season 1 or 2 or 3 and say, oh, I'm going to get right to Legendary X. I had to fight tooth and nail for it, guys. I had to fight the Chinese. We were doing the cheese method where you're getting GB and brick cluster grenading 2 ERs out or 3 and winning by destruction. Like, it wasn't easy. But I mean, was it deserved? Probably not. But nonetheless, yeah, I think those are the 5 points. So I'm going to read out now. Overall, resetting everyone's rank at the start of a Boom Beach season can promote fairness, encouragement, participation, prevent exploitation, and make the game more exciting and enjoyable for all players. That's to summarize it all, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, so, I mean, anybody, I did see we saw some disagreements, but not too many, right? Unless I missed some of them. Yo, we got BB Falu. The reward chest after a season should be based on the highest rank that has been achieved during the season. This will encourage people to keep playing instead of parking. The reward chest is different. You get more rewards in legendary. 25. Yeah, you get more junk in legendary than diamond. So it's based off. It's appropriately based placed. Zando says start time adjustment is number 1. Full reset once a year in January. Problem solved. Nunu, says Zando. The starting time adjustment, I don't even think they need to do that. Just give us an extra chest banking so we can go to sleep and wake up at 8 hours. And that works beautifully, ABR, with a full reset because we could also catch them too. Like somebody playing right off the cuffs with a 4 or 5 will get their 4 chests and they'll get as far as they can, right? Maybe they'll rank up, right? Maybe they'll rank up and get a few more chests ahead of people. But when we wake up at 8 in the morning and we're almost on that 5 of 5 or whatever, or 5 of 5, we can get our chests and be right in that same ballpark. But anyways, guys, yeah, I think Tiago says, number 1, full reset. Number 2, penalties to Parkers. Absolutely. Number 3, matchmaking members the same TF. 100%. 4, start with 3 or 4 chests to help. You could do that too, Tiago. Instead of 4 or 5, 3 or 4. Heck yeah. My opinion. I like it. Beautiful. Well said, Tiago. Thanks to all for having this discussion. Long overdue, in my opinion, says Sam. Absolutely, guys. And I'm not holding this live stream because I fell from 21 and I'm barely hanging on to 19. Absolutely not. It's just that we were talking about it today and we were very passionate, and we were gonna first make a video and just get comments from people. And ABR's like, you know what, man? Let's go live. I want to answer it raw. So here we are.
Well, I just want to know the feedback. whether it's negative, whether it's positive, what you guys think. I mean, this isn't a and B conversation, meaning, me and OP. This is A through Z conversation. We want all of your opinions. Everybody's opinions matter. But it's like I said, and still nobody's really answered my question from the beginning, which is, why do you deserve any advantage the next season start?
Yeah, answer that. Why does a player get that advantage over another player at the season start? I like it. Now, some will argue, well, they finished higher. Okay. But
if that's the case, fine. You finish higher. Name one other game that when you finish higher, you get an advantage next season. That'd be like, and I told this to OB, that'd be like me playing a tournament and our team finishes first, and then we play the next tournament, we finish higher than the other teams. Why?
Or like if you play and you beat a soccer team or any kind of team and you beat them and you go into the next match with like 3 points ahead of them already. So it's 0-3 off the bat, just like that. You got to catch up to us now.
You would think that the fairness would be, you would think that the people who start, or finish the top tier, rank 1 through 5, you'd think they'd start lower because they're better than you. But instead, you're giving them better incentives. They're finishing higher, so they're getting better rewards than you, more chests than you. Right. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Right. Yo, Harazi Iman says, what happened here? A lot of goodness, bro. A lot of good debate. At least 2 weeks free IT should be next season too, says Night Owl. You'll always get more feedback on a live stream. That's right, Ryan J. Big shout out to you. Thank you, buddy. I'm neutral, says Commander J. Doom, on a full reset personally. It doesn't affect me one way or the other, but it would not change anything, meaning he's just going to be Global 1 again. Good. Then you know what, Commander J. Doom? You are an excellent player. You show us attacks that I'm like, you make look so damn easy, bro, that like, I'd be like, yeah, you're just a damn good player. But there'd be more credit due to you if you started at this playing field with everybody else. I mean it. I'm being honest. Take a poll and 90% will support a full reset, says Haley. No, I know. I appreciate everybody here. Only Supercell can answer that. ABR, says Tim K. Yeah, good. See, look, Cat has everybody's tongue, right? I'm kidding. Valor Ghost, I don't think anyone disagrees with some of the sort of the reset. Absolutely. Too Faded, they're already good enough to finish higher. They don't need any more advantages, says Too Faded. 100%. Fritch, 1960s, I would like to take a season off and not be penalized, says Fritch. No, well, if you don't play the season, Fritch, you wouldn't be penalized, Don't play it then. Ashley O.
There you go.
What?
Look at Zen Buddha's comment. If you win the Super Bowl, you get the hardest schedule and the worst draft picks next year. Yeah. Right. That's what you get for winning. You shouldn't get an advantage for winning.
Yeah,
like the people who win this Super Bowl shouldn't start next season, I don't know how the Super Bowl works, but I don't know,
You're
5 ranks above the next teams. Like, no, bro. Yeah. Like, what?
No, you start.
That doesn't make any sense.
Heck yeah. Yo,
hey, let's give the next Super Bowl people who win, just give them a touchdown advantage the next team they play.
Yeah, right. It's incentive to place as high as possible, says Ashley O. Well, yeah, your incentive is this dang trophy right here, right? That's my incentive. Yeah, of course I want to start, I want to finish high and have bragging rights that I finished at this rank or that rank. But if you go here, guys, you can brag right there, highest rank ever. Now, again, that's kind of, rank X. I mean, I will brag and say, yeah, I hit rank X. I'll never hit that again. But it'll always be their highest rank ever. There's your bragging rights right there. Highest rank this season, 21-17, and your current rank. There's your bragging rights. But your bragging rights is this. I'd love to have a Global 1 trophy. I could only get one on the dev build. But I will never probably get one on the main game. But that's where I strive, and that's where more people would feel they could strive to get if they were that good, right? Again, on the same playing field, guys, is all we ask for. Yo, Jack Zeus. Yeah. Hey, off 5 engines. Nice. Heck yeah, dude. I'm here. I got my chest here, guys. And even though I'm going to collect it in gold, I have 33 keys and I get stinking bombardiers, which hopefully means something if not. But this is not a Warship stream where I'm going to attack right now, guys. I probably will go live later, maybe. But this was just a stream, guys, where we wanted to cover why a reset is necessary. For example, says Tiago, soccer championships always start every season from 0 points to all teams.
Yeah, but JP, look at it like this. He says seasons are governed by the tech choices made. Make the wrong choices, you suffer. Doesn't matter where you start.
That's not true.
Well, yes, it does. And I'll tell you this.
Go ahead.
If, let's say, you have 2 chests ahead of me, right? Because you finished higher than me. Well, those 2 chests, you might have made a screw up, but you have 2 chests to back up that screw up. If I make a screw up, I don't have those 2 chests.
Right. No.
So if I accidentally pick up smokes and you don't, you pick up, let's say, I don't know, insert anything here. Well, your screw up could be far less of a screw up than mine, because you could just say, oh, it's a wash. I still have those 2 bang chests because I finished higher.
Right.
I don't have that luxury.
Right. Absolutely. So that's okay. I get it. Yeah, obviously, in a full reset, tech choices matter as well, right? Like if you make a stupid choice, that's your bad, and then you own that mistake, because we all started the same. They didn't make that choice, you did, so you suffer. But when somebody has, like you said, 2 extra chests over you, they could make a slight mistake, but still be 2 chests ahead of you when you suffer because you don't have that advantage. We got
right. It goes back to what I said earlier. A tech choice is a tech choice, but a tech advantage is an advantage.
Right.
You have to be able to differentiate the two. If you make a messed up mistake in the tech tree, well, that's your own damn fault. But if you have a tech advantage, you have an advantage.
Right.
And any advantage, whether that's 1%, 10%, 1 chest, 2 chests, 5 chests, 10 chests, well, you're still ahead of everybody.
Right.
Regardless of what you say.
Right. So Freest says, no, I don't agree it's happened before, and the top players went back to the top, says JP. Well, no, the JP, they only gave us 10%, not 0. It's still a 10% advantage. Freest says, the only reason the system is to incentivize participation in getting IT, so I don't think Supercell will be in favor. You know what? I think they would be. I mean, it's very simple. You don't need to code the whole game to change 40% to 0. I think they need to give it a shot and give us a taste of what it would be like and get player feedback. Because I really do think it's good for the game and not a disadvantage. Leo Laner Boehner, I'll destroy your 11 spots at me. Awesome, dude.
Sam G says, OP Destroy, why give help to the good players if they don't need it? Well, that's kind of my point.
Exactly, Sam.
If you're such a good player, then you should have no problem with the resetting back to 0 and kicking my butt, right?
Yeah, you'll kick my butt, but maybe not ABR's. Yo, Commander J Doom says, I don't think they could make matchmaking any better than it is right now, sadly, says Commander. I think with a full reset, it'd be better, Commander J Doom. And unlocking task forces members from protecting each other from attacking each other. I think if they unlock that, it'd be a bloodbath of people online. Yeah, I think the starting rank from 1 each season is a good thing, since everyone can play through the whole season with no parking early, and I don't see how it would be miserable for top players. No, because if they are top players, Commander J Doom said it himself. Reset it if you want. I'll still get where I want to get, basically, with him out saying that. I believe, Commander J Doom, you will rise to the top in a full reset. You're a very good player. And there's a lot of them out there. You know, Stoneheart, Alfredo, and I mean a lot of other awesome people will do well. I'm not saying you guys won't rise to the top, but you'll at least give everybody a chance to be on the same page with you. And you know what? More respect will come to those at the top on a full reset. Would you agree, ABR?
I would, and I'll say it again. It's going to boil down to, at that point, tech choice, not tech advantage.
Exactly.
You're going to prove you're better than me based on your gameplay, not your game advantage.
Yeah. So here's a perfect way. Tech choices are greater than tech advantages.
Yeah, because if you're a solid player like J Doom or Stoneheart or whatever, you're going to make the tech choices, right? And you're going to excel at that. You're not going to have your tech advantage, your extra chest for starting off so damn high because you got, global or, legendary 3. But you're going to be on a level playing field with everybody else.
Yes.
So you're going to excel based on your gameplay, how well of a player you are, right? And based on your tech choices.
Right.
But when you factor in tech advantage, well, it's an advantage, right? You have the advantage over everybody else. If you make a mistake, you still have an advantage.
Yes. And
we don't have that luxury. The people who, finished Legendary 1 or Diamond 25, we don't have that luxury.
Right.
We make a mistake and it's like, oh, crap, we got to wait now, 24 hours for 2 chests or 16 hours, whatever it is for 2 chests. It's like, okay, now we're back to level playing field, but you've made a tech choice and you're 5 more ranks ahead of us because, you made a good decision. I don't know, common sense to me.
Yeah, and because the model-less game, guys, has different paths, right? We all don't, like in Clash Royale, have the same unlocks and max troops like they do, like all in Clash Royale when they start a new season at a certain rank, right? That's fitting for that game because there's nothing like this in Clash Royale. All their cards are still maxed to what they maxed it at, and they just create new decks and they go at it with players in that like category. But this is different. Like I said in summary, this is it's like a race, right? You go around a track, and some cars in NASCAR, if you get in that inner and you make that turn, you'll pass other people because you took the right path. You went more inside the track, making that nice hard turn, right? Well, it's something like this. We're all in NASCAR drivers, and we're all coming out of the gate fresh and start. Some might zip around and say, "Oh, I'm gonna get flare first," and then come around to get whatever heavies and heavy rush. Where some might say, "Hell with that." Well, that'd be kind of stupid to not do that, because if everybody's on the same playing field, you'd be dumb not to get heavies and heavy rush, because that's what's gonna beat you if you don't, right? Like it would put everybody on a more cognitive path going forward, and we would all be. It would be a base race still. Don't get me wrong. It'd be a base race, but it'd be a tech right base race. Someone's not having seekers like 10 hours later and you're like, "Oh, that was fun. I'm over this game already because they have seekers and I don't. And I didn't make any wrong tech choice pass. I just didn't have the tech. I didn't have the unlockable tech to reach seekers like they did because of their advantage as being higher played, a higher played winner starting the next season in an advantage of tech." That's the only issue, guys, is the fact that they tech players that finish higher at the end of the season get to unlock more. And I know that's the incentive to finish higher. We get that. That's in the game. That's how it's written. But I think it's the wrong way for this kind of game type. And it's a race. Race. When you're starting a race, no one should have the advantage.
Can you read Polecat's comment real fast, and then I got to go because my dinner is ready.
Okay, the only way a full reset makes sense is if all players are on equal platform, meaning all players have or don't have IT. Absolutely, and that's where I think non-IT players would actually purchase IT. Supercell isn't going to cut that revenue stream. Bob?
I wanted to give you some clarity. The only way I would like to see something like non-IT versus IT, I'd love, and I truly mean this, I would love for Supercell to differentiate IT from non-IT and have two separate leaderboards and have the people who have IT, there you go. There's your global #1 leader for IT. Yes. And then have a separate leaderboard for non-IT. I'm sure there's not much coding to be done. I'm sure they can tell who's bought IT and who hasn't. And a separate leaderboard for non-IT players. That way it's the best of both worlds.
Yes.
The non-ITs are competing for non-IT Global 1. ITs are competing for IT Global 1.
Yeah. That would be an awesome quality of life improvement update. It might require some coding because they'd have to pull the data and then architect some
it would. Not as much as you might think, but I mean it's definitely doable. I couldn't see that much coding involved, but I would love to see something like that. Two separate leaderboards, an IT and a non-IT.
I would too, man. Your ideas keep flowing like milk and honey, ABR. 100%, guys. So yeah, let's ramp for that, guys. Coming up, a non-IT and an IT leaderboard, so the non-IT players can say, "Look at me, man. I'm a non-IT player and I'm Global 1. Yeah." Maybe their trophy Global 1s is different colored, right? And more like with a no IT symbol on it or something. I don't know. But not like I said, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We got. There was somebody else before. I know you have to leave, ABR. Bob Saget, give top players the options of restarting separate and season statues for them, acknowledging their accomplishments when they get back to the top 500, 150, 50, etc. again. Yeah, there's different ways to skin this cat, Bob Saget. Rest in peace, by the way. I think he died, didn't he? But like I said, I think we need to start at a full reset, man. I think we need to experiment with a full reset. As such is what it is, and that's fine, says Polecat. Double Day, he says, "I'm definitely for a reset. I take a break from time to time, and it takes 1 to 2 seasons to play until I get a fair start to a season," says Double Day. Yeah, and guys, and when we're talking about that little, if you don't play and you're parking in a season, you get reduced stars every 8 hours, like -2 to get you to play. If you don't even touch the season, start the season, initiate the season, you won't be fined for that because you're not playing. Let's see. So Supercell could make an experiment with 2 or 3 seasons just to see the difference in people from opinions. If absolutely, Tiago, I don't think it's too much to ask. Change that 40 in their code to 0. Done. Z says, but if that's an advantage, says Z, at start, it's only like unlocking something useless. Then advantage is gone in 1 hour. That at point is the player's choice then, Z. Like again, their tech trees are getting better, guys. Let's be honest. Tech trees are getting better. Supercell, thank you for actually making them better. I'm not gonna lie, this season's been a joy so far. Only when I lose, it's not. But I'm kidding. But nonetheless, they're actually doing better with the tech trees. So, I mean, unless you don't know what you're doing, you'll make a bad choice, right? But if we're all on the same playing field, we're all getting chests at the same time, unless somebody propels and gets a ranked chest ahead of you. Then now it's off to the races. They hit that marker, they're ahead. Now they have one chest advantage. That's fine. I'm all for that. That's how we get and define the best player. Moist says, I want an undo button. As long as you haven't done a battle since unlocking a node, I've opened the wrong node one by, but absolutely. That's a quality of life. That would be a good feature, Moist. Maybe a one redo of a node a season. You get one of one. Like when we go to the shops, guys, and look, it says right here, limited time bundle, 2 of 2. Make an undo bundle or undo just button, and it would be just available 1 of 1. That's it. You get one undo, and once you click that, it says limit reached or whatever, and that's it. You get one redo a season. I would agree to that for sure. You would get back your node and all your upgrade costs and your keys. I believe that should also be in the game, because there are times where I'm like, damn it, why did I unlock that? Or something like that. We got Moist Toast. Okay, we got that Fezman. None of your business says, yo guys are dreaming. He says, if you reset, guys like Stoneheart are still going to be top 10. If you reset guys like Stoneheart, you know what? None of your business. Good. That'll give more credit to the high level players. I already give credit to Stoneheart. He wasn't always a global player, and then he just rose one season and got global 1, and we all celebrated that, and I celebrated that. I'm like, you're a boss. He's still a boss, and all you up high level players are bosses. Don't get me wrong, but the truth is will be whether or not these players can arise. That'll give more credit to their name if they can do it on a level playing field.
Right, because I mean, yeah, they might still be top, 20 players reaching global rank 100. You know what I mean? But what if they're not? What if the difference was just, they're only that good because tech advantage? And I've wondered it for so many seasons. Right. What if they're only top, 1 through 10 because they have tech advantage and they start, 2-3 chests ahead of us?
Right.
Can you really say that they're the best of the best players? I can't. They're not starting on a fair playing field, so I can't say that. And again, not talking smack on Stoneheart and J Doom and all these great players, but you can't truly say they're the best if you have an advantage. That's like saying in soccer, they're starting with 1 goal and I'm starting with 0.
Right.
Oh, I have to play catch up.
Yep.
So is it fair? Not really.
In soccer, you could catch up, but in Warships, you really can't.
Well, but it's the same. The analogy still applies. It's like they're starting with 1 goal and I'm starting with 0, and me catching up it's going to be an uphill battle.
Yes.
It's not going to be so easy. It's doable. It's definitely possible, but not easy.
Yes, and like I said, guys, it's like a race. Warships is a race. We should all start on the same starting block. Every time I play Warships, the first 5-7 matches are with dirty bases, and I start playing with other players with same tech I have. Happens to others, says Sam G. Agreed ABR, but I accept what it is as a non-IT player, says Polecat. I can't play a full season every season, so I can't advance, says Chapo. Hey man, if a full reset, maybe you would advance more. Maybe you would. There'd be a lot more stars in the pool, guys. Let's just say that.
Yeah, but Phoenix, okay, here's my point to you. He says, I took many seasons off and started from rank 1. You'll still work your way up. How many seasons does it take you to work your way back up to like legendary plus?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like eventually you're going to start getting that roll going where you're like, okay, now I'm, starting rank 12. Now I'm starting rank 14. Now I'm starting rank, you know what I mean? Like eventually you're getting on that point where it's like, okay, now I'm ahead of the curve. Now you got to stay ahead of the curve.
Right.
I'm just saying, let's get rid of the damn curve, start it at 0, and make it a level playing field.
Yeah.
That's all.
My teacher did great on a curve back in high school, but I mean that whatever. Not everybody's super smart and some whatever. So yeah, we got to get rid of the curve on Boom Beach Warships. I agree. I'm on that boat, ABR, with you, and I'm others that also agree. I really feel there needs to be a fresh start every season, and I think a start would be every 3 seasons if you guys would agree to that. But I think we need to test it with an experiment. They need to run a 0% advantage for everybody, not a 10% like they did that one season in 19 or whatever, but 0. They need to test that right there.
Well, yeah, I mean, imagine it being on a curve, right? So the smartest person is, getting punished, or not punished. Well, they're getting punished because they're studying their butts off, right? And they're doing a great job. But the stupid idiot is, getting rewarded because he's a stupid idiot.
Well, I mean,
like, how fair is that? That's not fair.
Let me give you another example really quick. And I'm not. I work for UPS. Okay, I work with other people, and I don't know if this is whatever. We'll say the union. I'm part of a union. Okay, the union has its pros and cons. The cons is the fact that everybody's treated equal regardless of how crappy you work to how good you work. Like for me, I work my butt off and I do my job and but the person who doesn't want to do their job like I do my job, they still get the same benefits. They still get they still get the same pay, which is fine, whatever. But like they're protected. Where was I going with this, ABR?
I don't know, but they should be punished for their insolence.
Oh,
their insubordination.
Yeah. So again, whatever.
They shouldn't be rewarded for their stupidity and being lazy.
But right, and there are, and I would never, but yeah, there are people that I know at work that they just do it because they know they can get away with it because the union protects them. I'm going to call them out right now. I'm in UPS. I had no choice but to be part of the union, and that's just who I am. Anyways, guys, we're going to head out now. I'm going to go eat dinner. ABR, I know you're probably eating dinner. Your steak's getting cold, I bet.
I'm literally fixing my baked potato.
Ooh, baked potato. Guys, I really appreciate everybody being here. Doom says, Polecat, would be better to start at 204 chest instead of, in my opinion, instead of always changing start time, says Polecat. Yeah, 204, 304, 8 hours difference is good enough for me, Commander J Doom. Then that means I could wake up at 8 in the morning and go live. I could manage that if I could go to bed at 10 in the evening. Polecat, leave the starting time alone, says Johnny Doss. Yeah, leave it alone. Just let us bank another chest or give us 3 of 4 or 2 of 4 if you want to get that dirty. I think it's totally unfair that OP doesn't have his tight brown shorts yet. Says I agree, man. I agree. I'm kidding. No, I gotta wait my turn, buddy. Seniority. But when I get in those guys, when I get my driver job, the Boom community will be like the second to know because I'll be telling my wife first and my family. But I'll be sending a picture of you in my brown shorts and stuff when I get it. I'll even have one of my colleagues take a picture of me next to my brown truck when I do it too, and I'll show you that as well. But anyways, guys, I appreciate everybody sticking around. We had 100+ people watching the whole time, ABR. That's huge. So all 100 of you right now, please like the video so we maybe can reach, the algorithms will reach more people to see this. I mean, I know it's a stream and not people really tune into streams. We've already been going live now for 1 hour and 21 minutes. I know, but again, we did go over the 5 points why there should be a reset, and give you the reasons why and the scenarios why, the analogies why, and I think that it would be a good fit. I think they need to experiment and start us out at 0. Everyone starts at rank 1 and see what happens, guys. What happens.
And comment. Everybody, if you have an opinion, comment after the video.
Please, guys, please do. If I didn't read your comment here and I'm a jerk and I don't read your comments, I'm super sorry, but leave a comment, copy paste what you said in the chat and I'll get back to you. ABR, we might get back to you on the comments. Please leave comments, guys, because if I send this to Nunu and if I send this to other people, I want them to see the video, but then they'll see the comments underneath. And that's what I want. I want the community, Boom community, to weigh in on this and and either vote yay or nay. But even if you vote nay or yay, I still want to see it go. And I hope you guys do too, because it would be a level playing field, and it'll give the credit due to the top dogs who are truly top dogs, and not tech dictate that to us. Nicholas Toro says, can you post links to other creators' channels? Yes, I have featured channels on my channel, my friend. They're all there. What's up, Nicholas Toro? They will not listen, says Red Dog Booms. Warships should start Sunday 9 p.m. here in LA, California, says Sam T. I agree. Selling out the union, that helps you get those great dollars and bennies in public. Not cool from Teamsters Local 41, says Captain Q. I'm not selling out to the union, bro. But let's be honest, there's pros and cons. The cons are they protect the lazy workers. I'm not going to argue that. I was 17 years in 7-Up. I worked for 7-Up for 17 years. Same damn thing. I would do more accounts. I would do my job better than some others. And nothing happened to them as far as write-ups or anything. And so I will say there's good things about the union. Benefits are good. Healthcare is good. Them fighting for pay and all that good stuff. Yes, they're good at protecting the worker from big corporations. 100%. But their con is they protect the lazy, and that's what's not cool. So I'm not selling out the union, bud. I'm only just saying what I'm just giving examples, that's all.
I'm going on the Dunkin'.
I have no choice when I apply for this job to be part of the union, and so I have no choice. I'm in it or I'm not, or I don't work at that company. That's fine. I pay my dues. I'm not going to stop paying my dues. I couldn't, because I wouldn't allow that. But I mean, I pay my dues every month. I'm 100% behind the union, but there are realities, my friend.
Hey, look, somebody likes me.
Who likes you?
It's a first wet entrance. He says, I like you, ABR.
ABR is legit, guys. He doesn't beat around the bush. He hates everybody equally, okay?
Well, it's a love-hate thing. You either like me or you hate me. There is no really in between. I keep it real. I'm honest. I don't lie as much as I possibly can. And that's it. I mean, I keep it real. Like, you could have your opposite opinion to me. I don't really care. I'll still be your friend. You could be a liberal. I don't care.
Yeah. I love everybody, I mean, it's too.
Just, yeah, everybody's chill with me, man. Just don't piss me off. Don't, be an ignorant buffoon, and we're good.
No, Captain Q, I understand, man. You should leave politics out of your streams. Politics? I didn't know the union was political. I didn't know they were in politics. I mean, I know that, whatever. I brought it as an example, buddy. I'm not trying to offend anybody, a union member. Again, I'm just stating the facts, bud. Because I see it at my work right now. And I see my fellow friends, my fellow union members taking advantage of the fact that the union's protecting them. That's all. I've told it what union means, bro. I've told it to my shop stewards, bud. And they say, well, I can't do anything about it. That's what they say. So, that's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna keep commenting on that, dude. I'm sorry. I'll if you want me to stop talking about it, we gotta quit talking about it. Red Dog Booms. Not everyone works the same pace, bro. That's true, but okay, I'm not even gonna go there. ABR, it's a love in, says Hank P. Arkin 2000 says, we love you, ABR. Why is Shishk never on stream? Orest says, I have answered this before. We went our separate ways. That's all I can say. Something funny. Boom went the balloon. Want the balloon if we want to talk politics, says something funny. Boom went the balloon if we want to. Politics, guys, you don't want me to go. You don't want ABR going politics either. Trust me. We'd probably have a lot of people unsubscribing if they knew our politics and our stances. Back to Boom. What troop after 6ER or 5ER? Bomber, lasers, or Seekers, Polecat? Obviously, Seekers are running amok right now. If you can get to Seekers, I'd get there ASAP. Bombardiers are first stop. So, yeah, get them, max them, do whatever you got to do. And then probably Seekers, you'll do well. If you have smoke, especially, you'll do well with Seekers.
Yes, Hadley, go 5ER. If you can't get bombers, it's better than 4.
Yeah, I did, and I get bombers now. Bombardiers now if I get my 1 out of my 4 chests right now. But yeah, let's go.
Unless you're a super dirty 4, then stay 4.
ABR's eating. How's that steak tasting off your Traeger?
Delicious.
Heck yeah, guys. All right, well, friends, I'm going to head out now. I'm going to go get some dinner, too. Thank you so much. Make sure to leave a like on the stream about a reset. I really feel we need to really drive this forward, put a nail in the coffin. We've been talking about this now for seasons and years, and I'm telling you, today we make a stand, Boom community. We want full resets and seasons ongoing. I think we all do.
Well, and like I said, comment.
Yeah.
After the video's done, comment. Whether we're stupid and comment. We need to know.
Right. Cheers. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Polecat. I hate that I love ABR, says T-Bone, or I love that I hate him. I can't remember, says T-Bone.
Love hate thing.
If you don't have anything past 5 ER, says Arrest. Haley 160. I'm super dirty 4, but just lost a 5 ER with bombers. I never had a chance, says Haley. Exactly, buddy. Right. I think. Thank you. Names, TY names shouldn't have the Falcor or Boom Beach in them. Tell it. On an NFL platform, Captain Q, says Rick One. Now, let's not fight, guys, please. And Captain Q, maybe I moved out a little out of bounds, exposing stuff. Let's be honest, guys. We all know that about stuff. And I didn't mean to get all politically union, whatever. If I did that, I apologize. But even, I'm not afraid to say it, even at a union meeting, bro. All right, guys. Well, have a great day. Red Dog says full reset. Hashtag full reset. Guys, you know what? In the comments below, all of you, if you don't mind, if you support it, type in the hashtag full reset. And that's all you need to write. If you don't write that and you have something to say about how you disagree with it, let us know. We would love to comment, love to see your disagreement, and go from there. Anyways, friends, have a fantastic rest of your night. Yeah, in the Teamsters Union, total protection of the lazy, says Fritch. Okay, I'm in 2 unions. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Well, hey, union brothers out there, I'm with you, okay? I'm with you. I think the union's good. It provides health care for people and their families. It provides competitive benefits as far as pay and pensions and all that. And I think it's beautiful. And I thank the unions for reining in on the big corporations that could screw their employees. 100%. But the loophole is what I said, and I'm not going to repeat it, but that's the loophole in it. Full reset, says Hank P. Hashtag non-IT says hashtag no reset, says Polecat. Well,
comment. Leave in the comments.
Comment, Polecat. Comment. Put hashtag no reset and then your comment, Polecat. I'd love to hear it if we didn't already read it, but I know you already did it. But do it for just the paper trail, right? I know it's in stream, but someone's gonna scroll through the stream and look at the chat at 1 hour and 30 minutes to see that or whatever. So yeah, guys, I really encourage you to leave comments, please, on your hashtag reset or hashtag no reset, and then the no reset people give us your reasons why, because we already obviously know if those who want to reset, we already provided reasons. So anyways, guys, hashtag what ABR says, Polecat said. All right, guys. We always get back to the Boom Beach topic at hand, says Rick One. Absolutely, my friend. I'm still going to play every season no matter what happens, says Ryan J. Heck yeah, my friend. You're a team player. You guys are all team players, non-IT, IT players. I love you all. I just feel like we need some changes here in Warships. And a simple one would be to change in that 40% starting junk to a 0, to a goose egg, so we all start on the level playing field. Let our bragging rights, my friends, be the trophy, the loot we get. And this right here, if you click here, your highest rank ever, or well, I'll never get any higher than that, so that won't ever change. But you'll have all this stuff right here, all this good stuff. So anyways, thank you guys so much. I love you all, and I'm sorry, all my union members, if I offended you. I don't mean to offend you. I'm just I want to be real too. ABR's real. You'll speak your mind, and I think maybe I spoke my mind a little too much tonight about union stuff. But nonetheless, guys, I have respect for the union and the members, and there's no disrespect. And so yeah. All right, guys. Have a freaking awesome rest of your night. And again, make sure to leave a like on today's stream. I appreciate it. And leave your comments, because those are greatly appreciated and noticed. Have a good night, everybody. Peace the hell out, everybody. Good night.